Hi guys, welcome to Maths with Year 4. Miss Bland here. I'm going to be talking to you today about column addition. Following this video will be a video from Mrs Fairweather, who will talk to you about column subtraction. But first, having a look at addition, the way that we've looked at it in class, the method we use is column addition. Now the easiest way that we found to do this is to always start by doing our place value grid. So there are 3 digits. So we know that we would have hundreds, tens and ones. Now, it's always easiest to start with the greatest number at the top, because when you go on to do column subtraction, if you remember that the greatest number goes at the top, it becomes easier to do that then. So we're going to put 326, making sure that the correct digit goes under the correct column, and 293. We need to put our equals to sign at the bottom, and to remember that we are doing addition, we need to add our plus sign over here. So we always start from the right hand side, so we're going to start with our ones today. So 6 plus 3 we know is equal to 9. Here we've got 9 plus 2, as some people may see it, but it is actually in the tens column, so it is 90 plus 20. Now 90 plus 20 is 110, which will not fit in this column. So we need to think about where these digits would go and how it would look on here. Now there are no ones to add, so that's absolutely fine. We have 110 and 100. Because we already have numbers in our hundreds column, we're going to add our 1 from our 100 to represent our 100 down below, to remember to add that on when we get to the hundreds column. So when we get to the hundreds, we have 300 plus 200, which is 500, plus our extra 100 from before, which becomes 600. This gives us the answer of 619. So 326 plus 293 is equal to 619. It's important to remember to add on any digits that are below your equals to sign, because if you forget, you will be given the wrong answer. We found that before with a few misconceptions. Some children also put the incorrect digit in the incorrect column. For example, if they were doing 6 plus 7, or 26 plus 27, they would do 7 plus 6, which is 13. And what they would often do is put the 1 of 13 and then add your 3 down here for later, which would then add those two together being 40, altogether being 70, which is the completely incorrect answer. What they should have done is looked at 13 as the digits of tens and ones to know which column it needed to go in the place value grid. So really pay attention when you're doing your place value grid and make sure that your digits are in the correct column, and that is how you get the correct answer. Thank you for listening to column addition, and Mrs Fairweather will now tell you about column subtraction. Bye guys.
Okay, thank you Miss Bland for showing us how to use the column method for addition. I'm now going to show you how to use the same method but for subtracting numbers instead. Okay, so this is my question that I'm going to try to work out. 529 take away 364. So just like Miss Bland did, I'm going to lay them out in the columns, and it always helps me if I write the value of each of the columns at the top. Okay, so hundreds, tens and ones, as I'm using 3-digit numbers. So I've got my hundreds, tens and my ones for each of my numbers here. Okay, so I'm going to start off by putting the first number that I've got, the number that I'm taking from, at the top of my columns here. So 529, and then I'm taking away 364. So 364 comes down here, making sure that I put each of those digits into the correct column as well, and my equals to. Okay, so I've put all of those in my columns just to remind myself that I'm subtracting, I'm taking away rather than adding. I'm going to put my sign there, my takeaway symbol there, just to remind myself, because sometimes I do forget. Okay, and just like Miss Bland did, we're going to start from the right hand side, otherwise our answer is likely to be wrong. So I'm going to start on my ones column, and remember I'm taking away. So 9 take away 4. If I have 9 cakes and I eat 4 of them, I'd be left with 5. So 5 gets written in my equals to area under my ones column here. So 9 take away 4 is 5. I'm now going to move to my next column, my tens column. So I've got 20 take away 60. That's my 2 take away 6. Now, if I have 2, just like this, if I have 2 and I try to take away 6, I can't do it. I haven't got enough to begin with. Now, when we were doing this in class, we had a couple of children made a few mistakes with this. Some children said you can't have 2 and take away 6, so we put in a 0. We mustn't do that. It will give us the wrong number, the wrong answer. Some children then thought, what I'll do then is I'll switch the numbers around, so I'll do 6 take away 2. Now again, this won't give us the right answer, so we mustn't do that. Instead, we have to go to our next column, our hundreds column in this case, and I'm going to regroup my hundreds and my tens here. So I'm going to take 100 from my 500 that I've got here. So I'm going to take 100 from this column and I'm going to bring it over into my tens column. So I'm going to put my little 1 there. So I've just taken 100 from my 5 and placed it into my tens column. So this now gives me 12 tens, and then I can now take away my 6 tens. So 12 tens take away 6 tens. So that would be my 120 I've now put into my tens. So 12 take away 6. Now because I've taken it from my hundreds column, I have to show that I've taken 100. So rather than having 500 now, I've only got 400. But I'll come on to that column in a moment. Okay, so I've got 12 tens take away 6 tens after I've regrouped. 12 take away 6 is 6, so I can place that in my tens column here. 400s now, because I've taken 100 off of here. 400 take away 300 would give me 100. Okay, so my answer for 529 take away 364 gives me the answer of 165. Okay, hope that makes sense and I hope you can practice at home. See you later, bye!